Hey guys, this is Pastor Marcus Kelly over here at the exciting Grace Baptist Church. And guys, we're so glad that you are watching this free resource we have for your kiddos. You know, at Grace Baptist Church, we love kids, and I hope that it shows in everything that we do. And then while we can't be together in person, this very moment, we want to offer these for you and your family. These are videos for your teenagers or your kids, age appropriate. And then also we've got some material for you to do as a family. I hope that you'll use this time as a family to draw closer together and to draw closer to God. Check it out.
Today we're talking about fear, and apparently Alyssa's afraid of sudden noises.
No, you just startled me, that's all.
It doesn't matter. Now let's talk about how we rob fear of its power.
Okay, you first.
R, remember God's truth. Fear is not a part of you.
O, open your mouth. Say a Bible verse about battling fear.
B, battle it out. Do the thing that fear is trying to keep you from doing.
Yay! Okay, now Mike, I've got a riddle for you. What is fear afraid of?
I don't know. What is fear afraid of?
God's truth!
True.
And speaking of God's truth, it's time to
rehearse the verse. And today's verse is found in 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. Say it like this. 2 Timothy 1:7. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-discipline. Repeat after me.
Yay!
2 Timothy 1:7.
2 Timothy 1:7.
God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-discipline.
Great job!
Yay! Beep, 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 beep.
Stop doing that now.
I don't know, like, okay, we got this. How can you just sit there?
Ray, there's nothing left to be done. We finished our duties and the station is as ready as we can make it.
The inspector will be here at any minute.
We're worn out. Mike was too exhausted to finish his sandwich.
You just never know about these inspector types. What if there's something that isn't up to code? What if there's a safety issue? We are down 2 crew members. Who knows what's falling through the cracks?
Ray, we're friends, and I care about you. But you're stressing me out. We are fine.
But are we fine? Oh, no. Welcome aboard, sir. Ray, captain of the station. It's a great pleasure to have you here.
Hi, I'm Luke, head inspector of the Space Travel Safety Board.
We've been expecting you, and I think you'll find that the station and the crew are in tip-top working order.
Ray, I forgot to turn off the CO2 tanks. Oh.
Alyssa, please report to the sleeping quarters. I detect that your hair curlers are on fire.
Uh-oh.
Never a dull moment. I'm gonna go ahead and give those CO2 tanks a stir myself.
Captain, safety is why I'm here, and I really hope that this inspection goes well, or I will have to shut the station down if you can't pass the tests. 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 If you can't pass.
Look, I have an audio device that repeats the last thing it heard.
You can't pass the tests. If you can't pass the tests. If you can't pass the tests. If you
made
can't
it.
pass the tests. If you can't pass the tests.
Man, I've never seen Ray act this way. She is full of fear. I really hope she snaps out of it.
If you can't pass the tests. If you can't pass the tests. If you can't pass the tests.
Oh my goodness, another test. Nobody said there'd be a test. Ray, get it together. This is what you were trained for. You got this, girl. No, don't.
If you can't pass the tests. If you can't pass the tests. If you
Will you
can't
turn
pass
that
the
off?
tests. If you
Oh,
can't pass
look,
the
it's
tests.
Robo
If
Captain
you
Ray.
can't pass the
Yes,
tests.
Ray.
If you
So, what's wrong? Come on, talk to me.
I'm so afraid of this safety inspection. What if we don't pass? What if they shut down the station? What if we can't keep broadcasting God's news? What if we can't-
And what if you're afraid of nothing? Come on, this isn't like you. What happened to our fearless leader?
I don't know. I thought that was me, but then the safety test came up, and I've always been afraid of tests. It's just the way I am.
But you don't have to be. God's word gives us a lot of reasons why we shouldn't be afraid. Ooh, this one right here. It's the best chapter ever on why we shouldn't be afraid.
This is his 66 picks mixed up into one. The book's about God, who he is and what he's done. It's the Holy Bible, y'all, with God's truth packed tight inside. It's alive, a prize to hide in your heart and in your mind. Old Testaments are set up for the big event when Jesus crashed the scene with a new arrangement. It's history, his story, whose story, God's story. Oh, the story of how much he loves me. Let it blow up all the pages, let the show go live. Let his word explode from this video into your life.
Those who live in the shelter of the Most High will find rest in the shadow of the Almighty. This I declare about the Lord. He alone is my refuge, my place of safety. He is my God, and I trust him, for he will rescue you from every trap and protect you from deadly disease. He will cover you with his feathers. He will shelter you with his wings. His faithful promises are your armor and protection. Do not be afraid of the terrors of the night, nor the arrow that flies by the day. Do not dread the disease that stalks in the darkness, nor the disaster that strikes at midday. Though 1,000 fall at your side, though 10,000 are dying around you, these evils will not touch you. Just open your eyes and see how the wicked are punished. If you make the Lord your refuge, If you make the Most High your shelter, no evil will conquer you, no plague will come near your home, for he will order his angels to protect you wherever you go. They will hold you up with their hands so you won't even hurt your foot on a stone. You will trample upon lions and cobras. You will crush fierce lions and serpents under your feet. The Lord says,
I will rescue those who love me. I will protect those who trust in my name. When they call on me, I will answer. I will be with them in trouble. I will rescue and honor them. I will reward them with a long life and give them my salvation.
See? We have nothing to be afraid of. Not monsters in the closet, not tests, nothing. God is with us.
Mike, you must think I'm silly.
Not at all. I don't think you're silly. Talking it out with friends is something you should do when you're afraid.
Thanks, but my fear of tests, it's just something that I deal with, okay? It just seems like it's always been a part of me.
But fear is not a part of you. Fear is not a part of you. Is that what my voice sounds like?
Yep.
Fear is not a part of you. Fear is not a part of you.
Ray has been afraid of tests for a long time. Today's point will help her. Say it with me in 3, 2, 1. I rob fear of its power when I live like fear isn't a part of me. Very good. Perhaps Ray will discover this point very soon.
That's a blatant 1048. Someone needs to know what the difference is between a TR1 and a TR 1.0. It's 1 degree below standard.
Mr. Inspector, we work really hard and we try our best to keep the ship running great.
Look, my job is to make sure that this ship is as safe as possible. I've seen a 713 infect an entire crew. I've witnessed a 564 near fatality, and you don't even want to know what an 821 is. Look, you have to be brave to do my job, all right? My job is to keep everyone safe so they don't have to live in fear.
Oh, there's no reason to live in fear here. See this little button? It runs a diagnostic on the entire ship, so we're always safe. See? Ah! Sorry. Why'd you scream like that?
I didn't scream, I thought you screamed.
I'm sorry. I'm just a little scared of the dark.
Really?
Yes, always have been. Can you please turn back on the lights?
Hold on, sorry. Oh, hold on, it's not working. Can I see your flashlight for a second?
Yes, please.
Okay, which is right there. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, hurry.
It was a dark and gloomy night.
Lights, please, please, please.
Okay.
Everyone freeze. Luke, I know where we need to go and it's as bright as can be. Come with me. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Ow, what was that?
Got it.
To the room.
Hello, Ray. You've brought a guest.
Room, meet Luke. He's inspecting the station to see if we have any safety issues.
How wonderful it is to meet you, Luke. How can I help you?
Go ahead. Talk to her.
Okay, it's like this. I don't like to think of myself as a scaredy cat. I'm not a fearful guy.
I am happy to hear that.
But there's this one tiny thing. I'm scared of the dark. Okay, there, I said it. Can we go now?
Not yet, not yet. Room, it's not just about Luke. I'm afraid of tests. I always have been, and it just seems like this fear is a part of who I am.
Today's verse may help you.
2 Timothy 1:7. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-discipline.
God created you, and He did not give you fear.
Yeah, we saw a Bible story that talked about not being afraid.
So fear isn't a part of us.
That is correct, Luke. Fear is simply a feeling, sometimes good, sometimes harmful.
Oh, wait, how can fear be good?
Fear is good when it keeps you safe. Fear of talking to strangers alone or the fear of touching a hot stove are good fears.
Right. Those fears keep us from getting hurt or lost.
Or turning off the lights.
I'm tired of letting fear control me. Things are gonna be different. After all, I rob fear of its power when I live like fear isn't a part of me. We connected the dots, look!
I rob fear of its power when I live like fear isn't a part of me.
Thanks, Rue. I think we got it.
You are both very welcome.
Thank you guys for helping me with my fear.
Yeah, no problem. We all feel afraid sometimes.
But now you know how to make fear afraid with God's truth. It's like a light in the dark.
Yeah, like we learned in the room. I rob fear of its power when I live like fear isn't part of me.
Ha ha! Teehee.
You okay, Luke?
I rob fear of its power when I live like fear isn't part of me.
Mike, turn the lights back on.
Sorry!
You know I could cite him for an MC10 for that.
Please don't.
Fear can seem so real, but we can rob fear of its power.
Just like this week's point. Let's say it together.
I rob fear of its power when I live like fear isn't a part of me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Here you go.
R. Remember God's truth. Fear is not a part of you.
Oh, open your mouth. Say a Bible verse about battling fear.
B. Battle it out. Do the thing that fear is trying to keep you from doing.
Now let's rob fear of its power by saying the Bible verse together. 2 Timothy 1:7. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-discipline. Great job!
This week, let's remember to rob fear of its power.
Because fear is not a part of you.
Yeah. Beep, 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 beep!